Okay guys, so we will continue our class for today, JavaScript programming. I hope you guys will gonna enjoy, right? So let's continue. So before that, right, I want to just share some information. Okay, let's go back to our browser and GitHub 36. What is our 369? So you have GitHub HTML, you work on that, CSS, right? So let's find the JavaScript. Okay, so in our repository, JavaScript is here, right? So I will open this and I will just mark, let me tag this, right? So I think pin. Okay, click on pin and it should be added here, right, in the front page. So when you open this one, you're going to see the page here. Okay, JavaScript, open that. Now, okay, there is already some information added, right, from before. So the first thing what we're going to do, right, is here the link. Okay, so JavaScript basic to advanced topic, right? Welcome to JavaScript. And JavaScript is a language of web. I enjoy using and teaching JavaScript, and I hope you will do so, right? In this step-by-step JavaScript challenges, you will learn JavaScript, the most popular programming language in the history of mankind. JavaScript is used to add interactivity to website, to develop mobile apps, desktop application, and games, right? And nowadays JavaScript can be used for machine learning and AI. Okay, Java and AI, right? JavaScript has increased in popularity in recent years and has been leading programming language for 6 consecutive years, right? And is the most used programming language on GitHub also. So let's open this link. Okay, let's see what is there, right? So it will bring you here. Okay, in this GitHub link. Okay, now what's gonna happen, right? First I will just explain something and then we're gonna go each. See here, everything is separated categories wise, right? Means expression, variable, conditionals, functions, loops, array, nesting, objects, decompositions, higher order functions, right? All that. Now what we have to do is go one by one, right, and complete our work. Basically you are learning and solving the problems. Okay, so if I open this file, right, first one, you see there is exercise, right, to do. So you just always go to exercise and choose your which one you working on, right? Just choose that one. So let's say executing code exercise, right? B expression exercise, C variable exercise, right? String indexing and method exercise, right? All that. Okay, so let's create our first exercise. I will just copy this, right? Or even you can you know, I will just create a folder now. So in JavaScript basic, right, what I will do, I will create this folder and you guys will be doing same thing. Okay, after this class, same thing, you create that one. Inside, right now I'm inside the exercise, right? Basically, yeah, exercise. So I have these 3 things, right? 3 exercise. Okay, so if I open first one, this is the first one, right? You know, I'll just copy that link or name, right? And I'm gonna make one more folder here like that. I will make a second one, right, for B. Okay, so this will be B, right? So I just have to change the B now. Let's make it simple name. You can just, you don't have to put everything here, right? You can make it B. What is in the B now? So B has a, let's go back, expression, right? Expression exercise. So I can copy this also if not, but just to make things easy. Okay, here similarly you have C and D, right? Okay, so you can make it C underscore variable, I believe, variables. What is in the C now, right? Variables. Okay, and the string indexing and method exercise right here, the D. Okay, so it will be easy, right? Just keep things separate and you know, more organized, so that even if you have to go back and look at later, right, it will be just, you know. So let's start from here. first one, right? Executing code exercise. Okay, executing code, right? So JavaScript is a programming language, right? See what happened now. I'm going to add some file here. I will add index page and I'll just talk about that, right? Normal or basic things, HTML, and then script, right? Script.js. Okay. In index page, what I will do, right? I'm going to add our HTML, as normal, basic JavaScript. Okay. Now I have a script, right? So how you going to connect your script to the index page? So there is two different way. Okay. Either you put here, right? A script tag like this. script script, right? So you can just click on source here. Okay. So it will give you more option, right? Like just complete, the dot slash script. Okay. So you can add here or you can add below the inside the body, but in the bottom of the code, right? Like that. Now everything means all your HTML should be added here. Okay, above the script always. So you can maybe comment, right? Script. Let's put a comment here. Put a comment, right? So all your HTML code will be here, right? Heading. So if I put here learning JavaScript, script script. Okay, I just added one heading one, right? And script. Now why, if you put here, what is the problem and what is good about adding here, right? Okay, why, right? I will explain now, just wait. So let me comment this, right? See, if you add this script here, what gonna happen? JavaScript will run first, right? Before your page will load. Page means what? All the information inside the body. So, and we don't want that. We don't want JavaScript to run first, because maybe, right, there will be some code that has to go inside your body, inside your HTML. So if this will run first, then the code which has to be displayed in the page here, right, will be missed out. Okay, maybe that may be the situation sometimes. So if you want to add here on the top, you will see people just using defer, right? This is the Boolean attribute. Okay, defer. So what defer will do, right? So this is a Boolean attribute. It sets to indicate to the browser that the script is meant to be executed after the document has been parsed, but before firing, right? Means what defer will do, right? It will tell the browser that this script will run after this body has been loaded to the page. So that's our solution. Okay. Yeah. If not, what you will do always, best one, what I do, right? Normally I will just put on the bottom here. Okay. I'll just write it here, right? Like that. And my problem is solved. Yeah. So this means what? Last, the code will run at the end, right? When everything is load, and then the page will load. This script will load, right? Clear? So just be remember, right? What happened when you add in the header section, you must add defer there, or always put on the bottom of your body. Like the last code will be JavaScript. Okay. But your CSS will be still there, same place, right? You're just gonna add CSS here. Okay. I mean, that is normal. Everything is normal for CSS. If you have CSS, right, you're just gonna add here in the head section. Okay, so we're done with that part now, right? So JavaScript is a programming language and which runs in a browser. So if I go to the browser, right, let me open my page, index page. Okay. Okay, I will just open my index page. See, you guys can see here, right, my page now. I just have heading 1. Okay. So when this browser load, right, JavaScript engine also loaded with the browser, and I will show you now. If you go to the inspect here, right, in the inspect, if you go here, look at the console. Okay, console, right? Consoles. The console is the one of the API of the browser. Means, just imagine, right? The printer. Okay, what happened now? You have a printer, right? And you add the paper inside the printer to print something. Okay, so in JavaScript, right, we use console to print something, like to display something here. You're going to use console in the browser. Okay, so if I put, so console means what? Just imagine there is a JavaScript in the browser already loaded, and that is a window, right? Window. If I type window here, see, that's the whole JavaScript, right? This is the whole JavaScript object. The window is a JavaScript object which is loaded along with the browser. See, we're going to learn about this object later, but just imagine this is the JavaScript, right? And in here, in window, right, there is something called log file. Okay, log, right? So there will be log function which will run the in the console. Okay, so if I do now here, just type console log, right? Okay, if I just find the console, see console here, right? See, console is also an object now, and it has so many function inside. So out of that, log is one function here, right? This is the log function. So we're gonna use always log, right, to log our, to just print something. Okay, print data, right? And I will close this and enter. See, so I just printed the text, this text. Okay, printed text. So we're gonna learn what is this text, right, what that means and all that later. But for now, just remember, you're gonna use console.log to print the data. And what is data, I will explain just now. Okay, so any data you're gonna to print, you're gonna use console log. Why we need to print? Because we want to make sure our code is working, right? It is giving us the information what we need. I mean, the information we need, right, is printing, or it is displaying properly, right? So that's why we're going to use console log to print the data. Okay, that is all. So just remember, the window is the parent object, right? Like a main object which holds whole JavaScript functionality. Is the whole JavaScript is loaded inside the window object. Okay, and we call this also, right? So this, you're gonna learn about this later. Okay, what is this? This is also equal to window. Okay, this right now, this represents the window. Just remember that. So window or this, right, same thing in the global, right? Means if I say global, maybe most of you don't know right now, but don't worry, right? So just remember, to access the window, we call window or this, right? So to get any functionality from window, right, we don't have to call window. Okay, we just call the functionality. Okay, and we use that. But right now we are we are only looking at console log. Okay, so console log was the first thing, and let's go back to our exercise now, right? And executing a code. Okay, so now how you gonna work, right? You just read here. Okay, follow my lead, right? My first program. So it says on your desktop, create a folder, my first program, like that. And you have my first program folder, but you don't have to do it, right? Simply just VS Code, create a file name called greeting.js. Okay, so that is the file name, right? For example, I will just create one file name, just inside my executing code exercise. Okay, I'll just go there and oh, I need a file name. So create a file like that. Okay, and what it's saying now, inside of my first program, right, inside of greeting.js file, write single line of code, console.log hello world, right? So that is your first program. Okay, so what you have to do, just write console.log, right, log, and it should be hello program. Okay, so Now, right, to display this, to display this hello program, in your console, in the browser, it has to be connected to your browser, sorry, here, right? So I have to remove that, or maybe I have to add it down here, right? So I have to remove this one script, and I have to do what? Dot slash greetings, right? If I do that, and if I go back to my browser now, right, here, refresh, see, already hello world is added, right? See that? So let me improve this. Okay, that's already zoomed 200%, but you see hello world is added already. Okay, it's already in the console, see that? So similarly, right, but you're not gonna, you're not gonna do always connect to the script and print, right? You're not gonna do that. What you will do, I will teach you now, right? So just open this file. This file is open, right? Greeting.js. You are in greeting.js. So you have to go to the terminal, right? Open the terminal, new terminal. Okay, so look at here, right? New terminal is open. So right now I'm in the JS basics, my main folder, right? JS basic. So I have to go back to the 00, this folder, right? Inside here. So I have to do cd 00, like that. I'll just click tag, right? Tab. And then after that, I have to go inside a, right? A cd a underscore, right? Like that. So now I'm inside the a file. Okay, so inside there, right, I have greeting.js. So see, remember in the beginning what I said, you must install the node.js, right? Node.js. Okay, so if I type node dash version, right, see, I have a node already installed. The node version is 18.12, right? So that's what you see now. So I can now, inside this folder, I can call any file. Okay, so basically JavaScript, right? Node space, and that is a greeting, right? Gr, I will just hit tab and enter, right? See, now it printed console log hello program, right, in my console here in the node, basically in my computer, right? This is node. See, node is also a runtime environment for JavaScript. There is two JavaScript, right? One inside the node, which node runs in the computer, and the JavaScript also run in the browser, right? So to run things in the browser, you must have to connect to your index page. Remember, in the browser, the only index page runs, right? But if there is a JavaScript file connected, that will run also. Okay, but it has to go through the index page. Clear? Or basically HTML page, any HTML page, right? But that's what you're going to do always. But now the problem, right? You always have to switch between different folder, okay, to run your node, right? Node file. So the best way now, what you're going to do, right? I will close this for now. So best way is just go to the run here, right? Run and start debugging, right? Click on here, okay? And it will ask you, select the program, right? So you just select the node.js, see? And it will run, see, it will run your code like this, right? See that? So debug console, see, this is a debug console. You're going to see the answer here, right? So just go to run, start debugging, right? So see, even you can do this, but you can run the either use run without debugging, but just do start debugging, F5, okay? F5, right? Shortcut key is F5. So if I close this now, right, and I'll just click F5, okay? F5 in my keyboard, and it will run the code, right? So what is now problem? F5, so it will run the code. Something went wrong, something I don't see here, so something is error, right? Run and debug. Okay, something went wrong. Sometimes if this happens, you just have to close it, okay? So I don't see the, oh, here, right? Okay. Let's go back. You just go to the debug console, okay? If you don't see in the terminal, you just go to the debug console and you're going to see the answer here. So just use this, right? Go click and run and start debugging, okay, so that it will be easy for you to see the answer. Now so that is greeting, right? So what else I have to do now? Let's go back, save the greeting.js, and what is saying, open the terminal, enter the command node greeting. So it must be open, right, in your terminal the way I did, and node greeting.js, right, and it will print the hello world. See, now you are the programmer, right? You just wrote the first program. Now let's create, right? In my first program, who am I, right? JS file. So you give a try, okay? Just give a try. I will just do it one here, maybe. It seems okay. So you just try all that, right? I will do this age.js, okay? Not now, okay? After the class. So age.js, right? See, so every JavaScript will be what? JS. See, HTML is .html and CSS is .css. So JavaScript is .js, okay? So that's what. So I will just print console.log, and age will be 50. Imagine, right? And I will just go run start debug, right? And click on Node.js, and I should get the 50 here. See that 50. So that's what I print, right? So now what is this, right? What is these things, okay? So I will explain about the data type in JavaScript first, right? And then we're going to move to the next step. So let's close all this. Oh no, let's stay in our script, and I will talk about the. So here data type in JavaScript. So we learned how to use console log, right? So now we're going to learn about data type. So just tell now data type, right? What is data? The programming is, any programming language you're going to learn, right? It's all about manipulating the information, okay? Informations means, and writing the statement, right? You're going to write the statement, and then you're going to manipulate the data. Means you're going to like get data, store somewhere, you're going to retrieve, get back again, you're going to display somewhere. That is information, okay? So how many different kind of information or data are there, right? So let's the first one. So I'll just put in the comment here, right? You guys can see like this. The first one, right, will be a number, okay? Number, right? That's the number. So number is any number, right? Any number, okay? Anything like 1, 2, maybe 100, million, whatever, right? Any number, that is number. Just remember that. So that is the number, okay? That is the one kind of data, right? Second is, so just if I have to console log number, right? Console dot log now number, let's say 100, right? That's it. 5,000. Any number, okay? Any number, maybe 5,000.50 is okay, right? That's the number. So that is the first data type. Now second one, right? Second one is string. String, right? So what is string now? So I can say information inside quotation mark, right? Quote, right? So how you gonna write? Maybe like this, right? Let's say this is string. Simple. So just remember, now you have the one type is number, the second type is string, okay? So just the quotation mark may be single quote also, okay? Like this, right? Single quote, okay? See, that's a string. So I can console log, right? Console, let's print one string now, console.log. And if I put something this is string, then that is wrong, okay? Now JavaScript say, what is this? I don't understand. I don't know, right? What you type here, I only know the data type, that is number, string. So to make this string, you must put quotation mark. If you do that, JavaScript will know, right? Oh, I know this is a string. I know that. Okay. Okay, next one. So next one is what? Boolean. Boolean, right? Boolean. Okay. So Boolean is what? Yes, no, true or false. That's it. There is true, or something is yes, or maybe something is no, right? Same like turning on the light, that is yes. Turning off the light is false, no, right? So 0 and 1, 0. So 1 is the true and 0 is the false. So sometimes you see 0, 1. Sometimes you can say true, false. Sometimes like on, off, These are the Boolean, right? Concept of Boolean. So in programming, Boolean has a big role, okay? One of the very like most important data type, right? The Boolean. Why? Because in the logical world, right, you have to make a decision. You're going to write some code, right? Let's say if 5 is greater than 6, let's for example, right? Or maybe let's make it if 6 is greater than 5, then you get true, right? Yes. Then you do what? You just do something, okay? Maybe you console log here, console log something like maybe let's say 10, right? Or maybe 6. Let's console log 6, right? Else you can do console log what? Maybe 5, like that. So what happened if this is true? Then it will do this one. Else it will do this one. So if I run this code, right, what's gonna happen? Because that is true, right? See, it logs 6 here. See that it prints 6. But if I just make opposite, right? If I make here, let's say 4, or maybe I will make it like 6 is less than 5, right? 6 is less than 5. That is false. Okay, this is false statement. That means it's gonna print 5. Okay, so if I print again, so based on logic, right, you make decisions. Okay, I mean, we're gonna learn about all this, but just imagine this is here, this is just the true and false. Okay, this is false, and when false you're gonna do one thing, when true you're gonna do something else. So that's how it works. Boolean, right? So let's, for now, our data type is what? Boolean. So let's console log Boolean. Okay, console.log. I will console log true. Okay, that is okay. JavaScript know, oh, you are Boolean true. I know that very well. Okay, so JavaScript only understand the data type which is correct. So we learn number, string, Boolean. So now next one is let's 4, right? 4. Let's say undefined. Okay, so let's say something, right, is not there. Just imagine something is not there, then the program will give you undefined, and we're going to learn this more details right later. But right now, just imagine some data is not available. Okay, maybe this number, string, or Boolean is not available. Okay, then you get undefined. Okay, and you can console log undefined also, right? Console log, because if that is correct data type, then it should be no complaint, right? Undefined, there should be no complaint. Okay, even you type like this, right, is okay. If I put something on the inside here like that, now it will be problem. Okay, the JavaScript will complain, right? And let's print this. I will save and see here, right? Something will, there is already, will not find name undefined. See that? Will not find, already giving complete. Did you mean undefined? See, it's already complaining, right? So it must be correct type. Okay, Remember I said, right, there will be error if I print this now. Let's go back, right, and see there is a big error now, right? Uncut reference, this is called reference error. Okay, undefined is not defined, means whatever you put here is not defined. See, everything is predefined, right? Number is already defined, string is defined, true is defined, means something already defined, that is only JavaScript understand. Okay, something which is not defined, right, so that is undefined. Okay, that is only undefined. But I can make this string, right? I can make this string, and that is okay, that will be fine. Then what I said, right, anything you put in this quotation mark is a string, then JavaScript knows very well. Even I put here number, I put true here, is okay, that is all string. Okay, JavaScript knows very well, right? Oh, no problem, I can print the string like this. Okay, so now let's go back and let's go print this undefined and see what happened, right? Undefined. Things must be defined before you print or you use it. What happened here, we are using, right, we are console log, means we are using the data, means we are using to print, we are consuming the data. Okay, okay, so next one is 5, right? Let's go. 5 will be null, right? So null means if there is no data, any kind of data, right, you can sometimes you just want to add something, it's not there. Okay, so mostly undefined you get from the system. Okay, system will give you, right, if data is not defined, it will give you undefined. We will check where we get this, right? Mostly in the variable and functions. When data is not returning or data is not defined, then that is undefined. But null you can assign it. Okay, you have to, you can assign that, assign the null. So you can console log the null now and see if that is correct or not. If I do null, that is okay, no complaint. Okay, and let's print this. So I'm just pressing F5, right, and running the code. Okay, so see, there is a null, that's fine. All right, so next one is array, right? Array. The array is basically like this, right? The square bracket. So this is what? Empty array. There is no data, means empty array, right? So all, even string can be empty. Okay, if you just put here, right, like that, that is empty string. Okay, empty string, right? Just be clear, that is empty string, means there is right now no data, but you can add later on, right? So we will check how we do that all. Just imagine this is empty array, and how you store data in array. So you have like a one, you can now out of all this, right, our main data is number, string, boolean, so out of all that you can add here 1 2 3. I can put John, I can add maybe boolean, like that. See how I have written the number, just number, string like that, the boolean just like that, right? Even I can put undefined, but normally you're not going to do that, right? But you, if any data is correct, valid, you can add here. Okay, and even you can put next another array like that, and you can add more data here inside, 6. Okay, you can put object, right? Object, so we're going to learn next one, object. So just remember that. So if I have to print this, right, I'll just do what? Console.log, and I'll just put it here. So that is the okay, that's fine, right? If I remove string here, then it will complain. Okay, see, now it will be problem, right? If I run that, let's run this one and see what happened. Okay, see, you get error, right? See, John is not defined. See that John is not the correct data type, right? Not defined. See, I just have to make it a string, and now run again. Look at that, I get the whole array here. Okay, so we're gonna learn a lot about array later on, right? Okay, next one is object, right? Object. So how you create object? simply curly bracket. And how you going to add data to the object? So you have object. So let's say this is a name, right? The key we call key or property, right? And then here is the value. Done. Value will be only the correct data type, like string, number. If I have A's, right, then I'm gonna put 40 like this. Okay, I have a, let's say, male, or maybe male or female, right? Male, true, something like that, right? See, so this one, right, this name here, that is a string, but you don't have to put quotation mark, right? Even if you put quotation mark, will be not a problem. Okay, that is fine, that will be okay, right? But you don't have to do that, because by default, right, it recognized as a string, so you don't have to do that. But on the right side of the colon, right, that is a data, and data must be number, string, or any boolean. Even you can have a, maybe let's say books, right? And here is a list of books here in the array. So maybe math, science. So all these are string, right? Science. See? So that's how, this is the last one object, right? For now, there is a couple of more things in data, but let's not think about that right now. We just stick to this one, and that is the important. So now I'm just gonna put this right inside my console log, and because this is a valid, this is an empty object. Now I have added some data here, and that's how we add data in the object. And I'm gonna print now. Let's do this. Look at that, the object is printed, right, perfectly. See? Okay, so we learned all the data type, right? And the first one is number, string, boolean, undefined, null. So 99% of the time, right, even in the object and array, you're gonna have number, string, and boolean. Okay, that's it. Number, string, boolean, number, string, boolean. That is what you're gonna use in array and object. Array and object, why we need, right? Because you want to store multiple data, like group of lot of data together in one place. And we're gonna learn about that, right? So that's why you need array, to group things together, right? Put in one place. Okay, object is similarly, right? You're gonna create object. Let's say object car, right? Car. Then maybe object car gonna have a name, model, color, all the related information about that object must be put inside one. This is one object. Okay, inside one object, right? So why we use object and why we use array? So array is basically like a storage, right? Kind of store data, and you're gonna make an object and you're gonna store in array like this. Put in an array, right? So maybe you're gonna have multiple objects, hundreds of objects. Okay, like that, right? And each object is, let's say, car, right? Car 1, car 2, car 3, So we will see, right, how things are stored. Okay, but just remember how to create simple array and simple object right now, and that is the only important thing to know. Okay, now we will move to the exercise, right? So we learned about the data. Okay, the next one. Okay, before we do the exercise, let's talk about variable, right? So in the programming, right, if you manage to know variable, what is variable and what is function, this is the only two things, right, which makes the memory, like create a memory. Okay, so what I will do, I will not ask you to use var right now. Okay, there is a way to create variable name, like start with the keyword var, and the name is like this, and equal to, and the value, right, value, let's say 40. Okay, but I will not ask you to use this, right? This is the old way. So let me put here variables, right? Variable. Okay, this is the old way of doing things. I will not ask you to do that. Now there is a next keyword, right? let and const keyword. Okay, just start using this one. So in the beginning, what you can do, right? Just use let keyword. This is, see, now JavaScript, every programming has a set of keyword, right, which will define something. Okay, it's already fixed, already given by the program, right? So if I use the let, right, means I'm gonna create a memory, and the name of the memory will be let's call it age, right? Age equal to 50. So I'm creating a variable, means I'm creating the space in the memory. Okay, and the space name is age, and it has a 50 value. That's how it works, right? Means you are creating, when you use a variable, means you are creating a memory. Okay, if I go to my computer here, right, and I'll just create one folder here. Let's go to my document. I will create one folder here. Okay, so that means if I say call it age like this, right, means I created some memory, right? Some like a storage. This is a box where I can store some data. Okay, some files I can bring it and add here. Similarly, right? Just think like that. The age is created in the memory and 50 is added, right? 50 data is added to the age. Okay, so age is a memory. It's the name, right? Age. So if I call the age console, and now we know how to print, right? Console.log age. What's gonna happen now? Console log age, right? So if we run this code F5, look at here, 50 is printed. See that 50 is printed already, because I just call the memory name, and whatever the value in the memory, right, you're gonna print. So if I go back here and I say let name, right, equal to Robert Welker. Okay, if I do that, so I created the memory called name. So in one file, right, you cannot make the same name again and again. Okay, that will be error, because memory can be in the same location. It can be only one name, unique name, right? So you cannot do the let age again. Okay, let age, you cannot do that, right? So it will complain. Cannot redeclare block scope variable. So we will learn about block and all that, but just remember, you cannot redeclare the same name. Okay, but name is okay, Robert. I can call the name, right? Console.log name. Okay, and F5. So look at here, right? Robert Welker. See that? Robert Welker. Because I refer to the memory name, memory, right? Whose memory has an address, call it name. It has the string value. If I bring here name colon string, see that string? You know, JavaScript know, oh, this is a string. I know that. You just call the name and get the value, right? Robert Welker, see? Okay, so that's how we create a variable. Okay, and you can now, you know, the data is any data, right? So if I say let boolean, right, bool equal to, you know, I can put true. Okay, that is fine. I can just call console log bool. I can call that, right? And if I run this code, what happened? See, I just print the true, because in my bool memory, right, in my bool box, I have a value true, and that's what I call. So that's how you create a memory. You can use const also, right? So we're gonna go more details with let and const, and when you use let and when you use const, right? We're gonna go details. For right now, just remember how to create a memory, right? So if I say const here, const, let's say const will be what? Maybe fruits, right? Not fruit, but let's give it anything, you know, constant, right? Constant is like a fixed value. You just define one time and you will not allow to change, right? So let's give it maybe okay, book. Just imagine this book, right, equal to, and then Harry Potter, right? Whatever. Okay, so in constant, when you use const book, that means you have to give a value here. Okay, you cannot, and you are not allowed to change again, right? So I cannot go back book and equal to next book, right? Next book, no, that will be error. Okay, that will be error. That means I'm changing the value of book, and it is not allowed. So that is a const, right? Constant has to be fixed, one time defined, give the value, and done. So if I go console log now, book, what gonna happen? See, I printed the Harry Potter, right? See that? Okay. So okay, so now let's, but in case of let, right? Let, let's say I have a here bool, right? Bool. I can call the bool memory, right? So I say bool equal to false. I can make it false now, right? And now if I print bool console.log, console log bool, right? If I do that, what will be the answer? It should be false, right? See, I get false now. See that? False, because the bool memory is changed, right, to false now. See, I assign the new value. So in case of let, you are allowed to reassign the value, but in const, not allowed. Okay. So that is the difference between let and const, and both are a block variable. But we gonna talk in advance, not now, right? Let's leave it. Just learn how to create simple variable. Okay. All right. So next one is right. Okay. So let's go back here, right, and look at our exercise. Okay, so here you guys can practice this simple console log. Just create one file and console log, console log, console log, right? Just go through this and console log, right? This is the file name, whom mijs console log, and that it will be done, right? This is just about console logging the data. Okay, and finished. Next one is exercise B, right? Expression. What is expression now? So expression means in programming what happened, right? You're gonna write the line of code, piece of code. Okay, that is called expression. So in here, right, we're gonna learn how to write string expression, right? String together some expression, right? So how you put string together? So you're gonna learn about string together. The math expression, how you gonna write math, right? So in programming, either you're gonna have string, you're gonna have some mathematics, because you have number, right? So you want to do some math calculation. Okay, so that will be the math. Then the boolean, right? The logical. Okay, logical boolean, right? True and false. Okay, so this is a logical operator. So also we're going to learn about different operators. Okay, so here and operator, or operator. Okay, all that, right? And what will be the result of this operator? Because remember, when you do greater than, less than earlier, right? See, it will give some true and false. So by making comparison, right, how are we going to get true and false? That's what we're going to learn in operator here. Comparison now. Here is a comparison operator. Okay. So this was the logical operator, and, or, and not, right? And, or, and not. There is three symbol: not, and or. So, this is the logical operator. Comparison operator. You see comparison operator here. So there is 4 different kinds of operator, right? And this is one of the most important. If someone understands this, then your life will become so easy, right? I mean, the guys who have already learned knows already, but this exercise is enough for you guys to, basically understand the whole operators and all that. Okay. So trust me, this one is one of the most important one in whole programming, right? If you don't understand this right now, then it's gonna be problem. Okay. But it's easy. I will make it easy, right? Let's go back. Very easy. Okay. So we have expression exercise, right? Let's create this file. Let's create all this file and go one by one. So we will do up to here today, right? So let's, and then you're gonna practice. Okay. So in expression, so expression is there. I will just make all this file name and copy, and then let's finish this up quickly. So first one is what? String, right? String expression. So let's bring the code from here. String. Copy that. Just click here, right? See on the copy here. Copy. Copied. Okay. And I will go back and paste. So this is just the printing, right? So the plus sign. What plus does in programming, right? For JavaScript, okay. Maybe other programming has different way of adding two string together. But when you have two string, okay, the plus will add together. So answer will be like river, and there is no space. See, so there is no space between them, right? See, if I put space here, that means it will count one space, right? It is also, space is also a string, but there is no space. So it will be a river and town, right? Town, like that, added like this. So it should print this river town together, right? So let's go back here. Cat and dog, right? So it will be cat and dog. So this is called concatenation, right? Concatenation, okay? Something like, I think concatenation, right? Maybe spelling mistake, but just remember this is called concatenation. You can look in the Google, right, later. Cat and dog. Look at the New York, right? So there is a space in York, okay? So you have like this new, and will be space, because this is space, right? You have to add the space also. So that is space, right? And York, YORK, okay? So space is also count as one space, right? One string. Let's put that. So now, so when you printing the string, this is a string, right? You're not gonna get this quotation mark, okay? It will be just a text what you're gonna print, right? A runner's knee, right? So see inside the middle, right? You have this apostrophe, like apostrophe, right? Something like that. So also the single quote is like this. So that's why sometimes if you have apostrophe, you must use the double quote, okay, outside, so that it will be no conflict, right? Okay. So here will be what? Runner knee. So will be something like this, and it will add the exclamation on the back, okay, like that, right? That's it. And here is what? Man. Just put like man, beer, and pig, right? Okay, see. So that is that is the three things added together. If I want space, right, I just have to give space here, one space. Then after it will space between man and beer. Then I will make it either here or maybe in the pig also. I'll give one space. So let's look at without space, and then we're gonna give space later. Okay. Save this, F5. Run the code, and look at that. Look at that, right? So there is no space, right, in the man, beer, and pig. So I can give man, beer, and run again. So man, space, beer, and in the beer I added space again, pig, right? That even I can give here, even in the pig, if I give, it will be same thing, right? There will be one space in the pig now. F5, and look at that. See? So that's how you add string together, concatenation, right? This is called adding string together. Adding string together, okay? Clear? That was the expression. So expression is what? Two piece of code, right? So here is two data you put together. So expression means the line of code which can produce something, okay? Like when expression will give some result. So if in the math, if you're adding a plus maybe 1 plus 2, right, you're getting the result 3. That is expression, okay? So in programming is all about expression, right? You're gonna have a variable where you store the value. Then you have a function where you like make a decision and manipulate things and do calculation, all kind of things, right? In a function is like a mini program, okay, where it will analyze data and give you the result. But in function you're gonna need all these things, right, what we are learning right now. So these are the building blocks, means the, the concept, right? The base concept of programming. Okay. Okay, so now let's move to the next one, right? So we're done with that. That's the math now. Okay, math. So number expression, right? So this will be easy, you know. I mean, this is what, 5, right? You know that already. Will be minus 5, right? This will be all easy, okay? So you just multiply and then divide here. So let's say 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0, right? 0. 4 into 3 is 12. And 7 divided by 2, how much it will be, right? I think 3.5, correct? And here, so the plus is multiply, right? So 6 is same like math, okay? The math has like a bird mass, like bracket, then divide, multiply, add, subtract, similar process, okay? So 6 plus 4 is how much? 10, right? Now here will be again, see, this is in the bracket, so 6 multiply by 3, that is 18. Now now you guys may be confused about this. What is this? This is a percentage sign, right? But this is called modulo operator, okay? Modulo operator, right? And this will give you remainder, okay? Remainder operator. So if I divide 5 by 2, the remainder will be 1. It's not a percentage, okay? This is a remainder operator, right? Modulo operator. We can call it modulo operator, right? Operator, okay? Or we call it remainder, right? Gives remainder, right? So, you know, just remember that this is very important, okay? Remainder, yeah, I hope that spelling is okay, right? So if any spelling mistake, just make a correction, okay, later. 6 divided by modulo 2, right? So how much? 6 mod 2, we can call 6 mod 2. So remainder will be 0. That is even number, right? 7 mod 2, remainder will be 1, because 3 times 2 is 6, 7 minus 6 is 1, right? 8 mod 2, oh, that is 0. And 19 mod 8, right? So 19 into, 8 times 2 is 16. 19 minus 16 is how much? 3, right? Remember 3, so see? So that's how it works, right? So you guys can figure out all this now. You know already, okay? So give a try that, right? If I go back here, run F5. I will do the last one. Let's look at here, right? So 5 plus 10, 15. 15 mod 5. So this will be 15, right? This will result in 15. And 15 mod, if you have 15 mod 5 should be 0, right? Remainder should be 0. But 5 here, right? So 10, okay, what will be answered here now? 10 mod 5, so that is 0. So 5 plus 0 should be 5. See? Okay. Good to go. Let's run this code. See that last one is 0, the above that is 5. So you got the answer now, right? I mean, this is very important. This modulo operator is the one confusing, but that is just a remainder, okay? Remainder, right? Just simple, okay? Okay, we're done with that one. Next is what? Now the most confusing one, right? Okay, so let's go to the comparison now, right? Comparison. Is that comparison? No. This is the, what you call that? Boolean expression, right? Logical operator, you know, basically. So this is false. Console log false will be false, right? False. So this is a not operator. This symbol is called not, right? Not operator, okay? Like that, right? Not operator. Okay. So that means opposite of what it is, right? Opposite of the this one. So not true means what? You should get false, right? Not false means true. Just opposite, right? So here is not true. First one is not true, right? Just delete this one. Not true is what? False. And then not false again, right? Not false will be true. Okay. Now, okay, and operator, right? We saw the not. The and is what? In and, only time it will be true, right? When both side is true. Okay. So only will be this true. The rest false, false, always false, right? False and true will be false, and true and false will be false. So just remember, in and, in when you have and means only time it will be true when both side is true. Just remember that. Okay, and will be true when both side is true. That's it. There is 4 condition maximum, right? But only this is true, the rest is false. Okay, and just opposite of the, in or, this is or operator, right? Or, so in or what gonna happen is only false when both side is false. That's it. False. So now is all true, right? True. Because here is false true, that will be true. True false true. True true 100% true, you know. Okay, now let's compare here, right? Not false means what? We know that this is true, right? True, not false. This means it will give you the result, right? This is one statement. It will give you true. True or false. So we know in or what happened. If anyone is true, right? That will be true. We know that already. False or, right? False or. Now you have true and true. So in and, when both is true, so this will result in true, false, or true. So if one of them is true, then we know that that is true, right? In or case, because this will be one statement, and now you compare or with this side. So false or true, true. False. So here is true, right? And then you make a not true. So that is false. False or false. That is false. See? So just practice all this, right? False or true. That will be true. And that is not true. That is false. So false and true does not matter. There is and, right? So that will be false. Done. So, you know, if you run that code, so that should give you, see, that's the last one is false. You see that? But you try, give a try, right? You have to remember this, okay, how this works, right? You have to practice many times, you know, just get confidence with this one, and ask me, right, if you have any question later. Okay, so we're done with that one. What else? Next one, right? This one, the comparison now, right? Comparison operator, and that is whole logic in the programming, right? Okay, so comparison, let's add here. So it should be, what is here now, right? True equal to false. What will be the answer? True equal to false. False, right? Because true is not equal to false. Okay, so that is false. So comparing, this is equal sign, right? That is comparing two things, two data type. Okay, this is a boolean, okay, but they are just different, right? They are not the same thing. True is true, false is false. Okay, so false equal to false. So now they are same, right? That means true. Okay, false is not equal to true. False is not equal to true. Yes, that is true also. Not true, right? This is false. So false equal to false. Yes, that is true. So 5 equal to 5. Yes, true. 4 is less than 0. No, that is false. 10 is greater than, so it is not greater than 10 but equal to, yes, that is true. 10.3 is greater than equal to 10, yes, that is true. It's greater than, right? So let's divide this now. 100 divided by 2, that is what you will get, right? That is 50, right? 50. 50 equal to 50, yes, that is true. So 100 mod 2, right? That is 0. The remainder is 0. That is mod. So remainder is 0 equal to 0. Yes, true. Okay. 11 mod 2, right? So that is remainder 1. 1 equal to 0. No, right? False. Okay. 7.0 equal to 7. Yes, that is true. Okay. In JavaScript, they will not differentiate between 0.7 and 7, right? That is okay. True. So now 13 mod 5, right? So remainder will be 3. 3 is greater than 0. Yes, true, right? True. Potato. This is small potato, right? Equal to potato. Yes, both are same. So that will be true. Tomato. So capital T, small t here. They are false. They will compare everything, okay? So this is string, right? 42 is string. This is a number. False. They are equal. No, right? False. So 5 is greater than 3. That is true. Here will be true. And 1 equal to 0. So that will be false. So true and false, right? Will be false. Okay. So, all right, guys. So that is all about the expression, right? And you have to practice this many times. This is very important. Trust me. You know, these 3-4 things what we learn, right? Basically, the number, Boolean, and comparison. Boolean and comparison. 100% you have to master it. Okay. So once you finish with that one, then we reach to the variable, right? And we will look at variable tomorrow. But I explained already about the variable. You guys can practice, right? Give a try now. So you learned a lot. The variable you have learned already. This is your homework to practice. Okay. And string, yeah. So here I see what is here, right? So here is some more. Like we're gonna talk about this tomorrow. Okay. String, right? So variable will be homework and all that. I mean, you can do exercise right now. Finish that one part. Try for 1 hour. And after finishing this one, we will continue. If someone has to work with HTML, CSS, you can work again, right? But for 1 hour, you just make sure it 100% you get it, okay? Okay, I will stop here now. Thank you very much.